Hello. Hi, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Story Times with Aryah Inspires. All right. Hi. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Story Times with Aryah Inspires. I'm Aparajita and my hobby is storytelling and ideas excite me. I am a learning and development professional, but I love hearing stories, listening and telling. Alright, so today I'm here to talk to you and tell you a fairy tale. So let's get started. Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast. Hansel and Gretel, the Emperor's new clothes, Goldilocks and the three bears. Nice. Can we continue? Yes. We are very excited to hear some fairy tales also. Once upon a time, long ago, and they lived happily ever after. More endings and beginnings from a fairy tale. Why are we talking about fairy tales today? I'm going to bring somebody very exciting, the famous and the loveliest. Tinkerbell! Oh, you've got pixies, magic pixies, to tell you why today is the Fairy Tale Day. And what is this month? Quick, Nishit, Kashvi, all of you, come on, tell me why. What is this month? Okay, I'm just waiting. Nobody is telling me today's month. Alright. There I see. Yes, February. And she's telling February is Fairy Tale month. And today is Fairy Tale Day. Alright. Hi, you look so pretty. Have you got a lot of pixie dust, Tinkerbell? Oh, she says yes. Alright. So, Tinkerbell, I have a couple of questions for you on fairy tales. Oh yes, I'm a fairy myself and I love to talk about fairy tales, fairies, the magic land of fairies. Alright, so my first question, Tinkerbell, to you. What are fairy tales? Fairy tales give a message in a way that children will remember. Okay, that's interesting. Thank you. Here's my next question to you. Are you hearing? Yes. Okay, where do fairy tales come from? They date back to the 17th century when the Europeans took to form of folk tales which turned out to be fairy tales. Interesting. Very nice. Alright. Now my last question. I want to fly off. I love creating magic. I need to go to create magic. Alright. Here's your last question, Tinkerbell. What is the importance of fairy tales in our world today? Fairy tales show children have a positive outlook amidst a lot of anxieties, battles, and problems. in life. All right. Thank you so much. You've been so good, so nice. Oh, I know. I love being a fairy, and I really love when someone gives me a praise. All right. So today we're going to hear a small little fairy tale, but it's going to take you to the land of imagination. Let's listen to Peter Pan. All right. A long time ago, there lived a family named Darling in London. One day, Mr. and Mrs. Darling went to attend a party. They left their kids, Wendy, Michael, and John, in the care of their dog called Nana. So, it's a little family named Darling in London, and one day Mr. and Mrs. Darling went off to a party, but there were 3 children in their house, Wendy, Michael, and John, with their dog Nana. Later, when the children were playing, a strange boy with a fairy dropped into the room through their window. Can you all see? All the little kids out there? Look at a window. Can you see who's come? Have they also come to your house? Don't know. Fairies create magic. So, be ready. There can be a fairy anytime in your house, in your home, in your play place, or at the playground, or during your bedtime. Okay? Alright. So, let's continue Peter Pan. I'm Peter Pan, and I'm the fairy Tinkerbell, said to Tinkerbell. We are from a place called Neverland, Peter Pan said to the darling children. Peter Pan asked the children to come with him to Neverland, where he lived with the lost boys. Wendy, Michael, and John were eager to go to Neverland. Tinkerbell sprinkled some fairy dust on the children, and they all flew off with Peter Pan and Tinkerbell to Neverland. As they neared the island, there was a great blast. What's that? What's that? What's that? Shouted the children. It's a gang of pirates led by Captain Hook, replied Peter Pan. He hates me because I cut off his hand and a crocodile gobbled it up. Asked the children. Wendy was the girl, and as they neared the island, there was a great blast. The children shouted, "It's a gang of pirates by Captain Hook." Wendy, Michael, and John reached Neverland. There they lived with the lost boys. Wendy took care of all of the boys. Like a mother, she told them lovely stories. We all love stories, right? Right? I know. Instant happiness to all the children when you say stories. Yes, let's continue. One day, Peter Pan, Wendy, and the boys were playing on the rocks in the Mermaid Lagoon. They saw the pirates troubling the Indian princess. Peter Pan jumped to rescue her. The Indians thanked Peter Pan for sharing their princess. They celebrated the princess' rescue with all and everyone danced in the party. One day, the evil captain attacked Neverland and captured Wendy and the lost boys. The pirates tied Wendy and the boys to the mast. Tinkerbell saw the children in trouble. She flew flying to Peter Pan and told him what had happened. Peter Pan and Tinkerbell flew off to save Wendy and the boys. They fought with Captain Hook and the other pirates. Peter Pan lunged towards Captain Hook to save himself. Captain Hook jumped off into the sea and ran away. Oh, they chased him off. How nice. I know all of you there. Wait. Peter Pan or Tinkerbell might be coming anytime. That's the magic of fairy tales. Tinkerbell and Peter Pan freed Wendy and the boys. They cheered with joy. Yay! And clapped and get rid of the dangerous pirate. They clapped. Wendy, John and Michael felt it was time for them to return home because their parents might come back anytime soon. And they were in the magic land of fairies. Tinkerbell sprinkles some fairy dust over them. And then they waved goodbye to Tinkerbell and Peter Pan and flew back to their home in London. That's so cool. I know we're still flying in the magic land with Tinkerbell. Oh, there's another fairy. Hello, Shivani. Hi.
Hello. Thank you, Aparajita. Thank you for bringing in a fairy tale on Tell a Fairy Tale Day. And I really loved that little Tinkerbell that was bubbling and chubbling throughout the story.
Yes.
And she had some important stuff to tell. But before we continue our conversations, let me show you everybody these beautiful books from which Dreamland Publications set of pop and why pop-up? Let me show you the magic. Yes, the characters, the scenes,
Wow.
and everything. They do come alive when you open the book in this format.
How nice. Oh, I love pop-up books. So real and so
And
nice.
there's
I'm sure all of them would be having, a Tinkerbell or a Peter Pan at their window. I'm sure the kids are looking out at it. And then this book is going to bring them.
Hi, Shilpa. And yes, there are not just one title, there are 10 different titles in the series: Cinderella, Snow White, Little Mermaid, Little Red Riding Hood, Ugly Duckling, Puss in Boots, Pinocchio, Aladdin, Sinbad, and each of them are equally beautiful and enchanting. And let me read a little bit from this one, which is called Puss in Boots. There once lived a poor miller's son with a talking pet cat. Though he was very fond of the cat, one day he said to the cat, "I'm very poor and I don't have enough money to feed myself. I'm unable to feed you." Hearing this, the cat said, "Don't worry, master. I'll get you living for you. Get me a hat, pair of boots, and a bag." Now, what does this cat do with all these three things, looking so trendy and beautiful and handsome? For that, you'll have to go and buy these books from Dreamland Publications. They're available on Amazon, Flipkart, First Cry, and you can also contact them on their Insta or Facebook pages to place your order. So that's about the book. And thank you, Prajita, for reading aloud Peter Pan for us.
Peter Pan.
But all the names that I took, there's a lot of doubts amongst parents these days. Although we are celebrating Tell a Fairy Tale Day, and I am a total fan of fairy tales, but I hear a lot of parents contemplating whether they should be telling fairy tales to their children. What do you think, Aprajita, as a parent to a 10-year-old?
I think, see, this is not the only learning that children have. You know, learning a fairy tale. Of course, fairy tales are more famous for having happy endings and, big past beginnings and all. So that's just, it definitely contributes a very, very small percentage to all the learnings that children have. So I think a variety of learning doesn't hurt.
Variety of learning doesn't hurt, and everybody who's bothered about what's not right with the fairy tales, this is your chance to get on that discussion and set the perspectives right. So don't shy away from a text. Take it on. The way children imagine and the way we imagine the texts are really, really different. Let them enjoy it. Let them go to the magic land. Let them come up with those questions and discuss with them, share perspectives, and grow together. So fairy tales are an important part of our journey as a parent, as a storyteller, as an organization who love books and who loves to spread the joy of books and stories. And story bite for today is go read fairy tales. Because somebody said if you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you
Right.
want your children to be,
Imagination is the key. So there is an
yes,
imagination in every fairy tale.
yes, it's Einstein. Thank you, Nurture Roots. It's Einstein, and he said that if you want to make them more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. So with that, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. And you can catch the live later also if you've missed parts of it, because there was this beautiful Tinkerbell doing some magic. And with that, I'll say bye-bye and I'll leave you with Aparajita and Tinkerbell. And before I leave, there's another interesting set that Dreamland has come up with, which is called Tales from Panchtantra, which has 10 different books with all the stories from the Panchtantra. They're small, they're tiny, and again, they are with beautiful illustrations. Just have a look, and so much fun. So go check
Oh,
out other
wow.
collections. Anybody looking for good storybooks, this is a
Yeah,
good place.
Panchatantra is an any time, any day. I don't think you need to be children to read it.
Yes. So thank you, Prajita. I'll take your leave, and with you can say bye bye to everybody with you and your Tinkerbell. Thanks.
Oh, thank you. All right. Thanks, Shivani. Bye bye. All right. So Shivani is just left. All right. So here comes Tinkerbell with her magic. And she's so glad that everybody loved her story. And thank you, Tinkerbell, for giving us all those insights. So keep creating magic because children always want magic. And see you all. Bye bye.